All right, good afternoon. It is December 8th, 2021. Today is Wednesday, and today we really just had a range day, staying pretty much within our overnight highs and lows. I think that this range here is definitely valid. However, I don't think you would have needed it. When we broke out to the low side down here, it did not feel like a strong downtrend. So it is not surprising that we came back and started trending higher. That's all I really have to say about that. But yeah, it was possible to find this channel off these lows and then off these two highs, and the midline works out. But I guess I'll keep that, and let's go through these trades. So I actually didn't mark any of this. Okay, so yeah, 5 a.m. comes. Okay, so that's not even 5 a.m. So I'm not sure when 5 a.m. comes, but we don't have any setups really in here, unfortunately. I think these are all first entries. This is a failed second entry long, but it's at like 4:30 a.m. I think you could probably look at this as a first failed second entry, but that's an inside bar. So really the first setup comes right here. You get a first second entry short. It also looks like a first second entry, failed second entry long. I like that trade, especially because if you're looking at it as a failed second entry long, the signal bar doesn't matter because that's not a great signal bar. And so that takes us just beneath the overnight high. So actually you might take this too. I do like that actually as a failed breakout of the overnight lows. But we are trending down at this point pretty clearly. So it looks like this is a spike in channel in hindsight. But you could look at that as a break 2 legs down to a new low. So that actually gives you more reason to like that trade. And so we come up here and we form this congestion near these highs. But you can see it starts trending higher again. And I would look at that as a break out of the range. So when that fails right here, you might go short right there. That would just scare me because it's a doji, and this was a doji as well. But then you get this second entry short with a really bearish signal bar right at that price level. I think you can take that. But then look, it just starts going sideways again. And then this looks like a weak uptrend right here. So when we come here and bounce off that price level again, and then you get this lower high, I think you have to take that. And unfortunately, I took that on the MES, and I didn't have time to move my target because I had to move my stop first, and that would have gotten you a really nice like 8-point move or something. So this is just another failed breakout of the overnight lows, and with that super bullish bar, I think you can take that expecting a scalp. But you don't know that. That's definitely aggressive. First entry, you could look at this as a failed second entry long right here, especially if you have the trend channel at this point, this downward channel. I think you can definitely take that. It's just aggressive because you're going into the overnight lows, but look, we just made this low is lower than that low. So this kind of looked like, if this is a new high, this kind of looked like a first failed second entry right here off the overnight lows and off of the EMA. So I like that just for a scalp. And we continue to trend down. But then when we bounce right here off the midline all of a sudden and you shoot right back up through the EMA, only because this trend down was kind of weak, only because of that, do I think you can take this first failed second entry short. And that gets you a nice move. That looks like 2 measured legs up. Then we come down here, and this looks like or no, this is a second entry long, but it doesn't set up too well, so that's aggressive. This is a higher low. Again, it looks like a repeat pattern, so that's why I like that. Just like that signal bar and that signal bar, they look pretty much the same, but those are not great setups. So we break up into this congestion. So the bias is up. So when we get this failed breakout and a pretty bullish bar, there's a pretty it's pretty likely that we're gonna go back into the range, and you can see that's like a double test of that price level. So I like that, and that gives us a potential trend channel. So now we're working up, and we go breakout of this congestion with trend, and you get a first entry, second entry long. Really, I guess you would have had to go long above this bar, and so I did that. I couldn't hang around. I got too scared. This just looked like so congestive, but that would have been a great entry. And then we get confirmation of this trend channel with a second entry long, and that's a great signal bar, great setup. Take that. And first failed second entry long, but it doesn't come back to the trend line. We just bounced off this midline. So I said this is aggressive. That's pretty congestive. Yeah, and that's all I saw for today. There might be some more in here that I didn't see. But let's take a look at the trades I took on my practice account or my sim account. Yeah, so I took this breakout. I got a little better entry. I'm okay with this because this looks like the range, and it's the overnight lows, and this is you can guarantee that a lot of shorts are going to need to exit there. So I do like that. It is aggressive. And then I took this trade. Unfortunately, I forgot to change because on the MES I'm taking trading one contract. So when I switched over, it was still on one contract, unfortunately. Here, this is aggressive, but the channel is down. The bias is down. I got something right here blocking me. So I think this is aggressive, but I think I was reading it right, but it's definitely aggressive. Look at all those dojis. I don't think I should be taking that, but I did read it right, so it's okay in the end. But that's what I saw for today. Pretty straightforward day. Hope everyone had a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow.